Hello everyone, Charles Watts here. Welcome back to Inside Arsenal. It is Saturday evening. The full-time whistle has just gone at Villa Park and Arsenal have made it 2 wins from 2 to start the Premier League season. Huge result, even at this early stage of the season, given what happened against Aston Villa last season, losing both of those games, home and away in the Premier League. You wanted them to go to Villa Park tonight, make a little bit of a statement, and they've done just that with a 2-0 victory thanks to goals from the brilliant substitute Leandro Trossard and Thomas Partey as well. But David Raya, what a hero he was as well. Huge win, really was. Really pleased with what I've seen from Arsenal tonight. The performance wasn't great. I'm not going to sit here right now and say it was a fantastic performance from Arsenal, certainly in the second half where I thought they were looking second best up to when Trossard came on and completely changed the game. But you're going to have to, as Mikel says all the time, you've got to suffer in some moments in the Premier League. And they were suffering at the start of that second half, but they found a way. They dug in. They do what they always do defensively. They managed to keep Villa out from scoring. And then Leandro Trossard came on, and what a cameo that was from Trossard. Ruthless stuff from Arsenal's best finisher. So we're going to go through the player ratings a little bit later on in the show. Just give my immediate reaction to the game. Tomorrow morning, I'll do my proper reaction video, of course. So if you want to get involved in that, then let me know. Just get into the comments. Give me your thoughts on what you've seen tonight, who impressed you, who didn't impress you, some of the big moments from the game, anything you want me to discuss in tomorrow's show. Put it in the comments and I'll put them together and get them, or as many as I can, included in the show. So yeah, look, going into this game, it was always about what were Arsenal going to do against Villa, given what happened last season. And I thought the first half, it was pretty slow. It was so stop-start, wasn't it? It was just free kick after free kick, stoppage after stoppage. And I was speaking to my dad on WhatsApp during the game. He's like, what do you think? And it's like, it's so stop-start. It's so hard for either team, really, to get any sort of rhythm. I thought Arsenal were the better team in the first half. They enjoyed all the territory. They enjoyed all the possession, really. But one huge moment at the Arsenal end, in terms of the defensive end, was when, of course, Gabriel got robbed of possession. The ball got fed to Ollie Watkins, who you just thought, this is a goal. He's not going to miss this. And he did. He didn't just miss. He missed a target. It was awful from Ollie Watkins, somehow dragging it wide. It was a huge let-off for Arsenal and for Gabriel. He got caught in possession. At the other end, for all of their possession that Arsenal enjoyed, they only really had one proper chance that I can think of right now off the top of my head, and that was Bukayo Saka's when he cut in, looked to bend that shot into the far bottom corner, and Emi Martinez made a good save, tipped it wide. So it was 0-0 at halftime, and you felt both teams just had to do a little bit more, and you expected they would do a little bit more, but it was Villa who were, I thought, the better side for the first 20 minutes of that second half. If there was someone was going to score, it looked like it was going to be them. I just felt, when you see Arsenal and they get into this routine where they're not moving the ball very quickly and it all just looks a little bit one pace, there isn't really much creativity on show. And we've seen it before with Arsenal. And as I was watching that second half, it's just like, oh yeah, I've seen this script before and I've got a feeling I know how it ends. It would have ended that way as well, you would think, had it not been for David Raya with that unbelievable save at 0-0 to keep the goal, to keep the score level. I think it was Amadou Onana, wasn't it, who I thought played a good game, actually, Amadou Onana. He had the shot that just took a wicked deflection, looped up, looked like it was going to go in, hit the bar, fell down to Ollie Watkins. Raya was on the floor behind the goal, behind the line, because he tried to save the initial shot, and just saw it's 1-0. Absolute one. It should have been. Look, it was a poor finish from Watkins. He should have scored. He shouldn't have given Raya the chance to make the save. But still, the reactions from Raya to get up the way he did, the speed in which he got himself back in the game, and then the sharpness to get across and make the save from Watkins' header. It was unbelievable from the Arsenal goalkeeper. Following on for that fantastic save he made against Wolves last week. It's been a fantastic start to the season for David Raya. And, that was just such a huge moment. The way the game was going, the way Arsenal were playing, the way Villa were playing, had that gone in, I don't really see Arsenal coming back and getting anything from the game. But he kept it out. He kept the scores level. And then Arsenal did get up the pitch and they changed it. It took the substitution of Leandro Trossard to change the game. And, Gabriel Martinelli started again on the left-hand side. Didn't think Martinelli had the best of games. Again, he came up. There was an injury early on to Matty Cash as well. And the youngster came on up against Martinelli. I thought, go on, attack him. Really cause the youngster problems. But he's just lacking a confidence, really, when you look at Martinelli at the moment. And the change was made. Trossard came on, and what an impact from Leandro Trossard. What more can you say about that? I mean, the goal itself was it showed everything that was good about Leandro Trossard. The movement, on the run to get there. I mean, Saka, fair play. I thought Saka really grew into the second half as well. And I think it was Lucas Digne that he got him behind. He kind of gave up. He thought the ball was going out, and Saka managed to get to the byline, just whipped it back in before the ball had gone out of play. It ricocheted a little bit and fell to Trossard. But on the run, the finish, the way he went back across Martinez into the far corner, it's just ruthless stuff from Trossard. He's Arsenal's best finisher. There's no doubt about it. And he showed it again with that goal today. And it was just a huge moment. You know, it was his first touch as well. So there was no warm-up for Trossard. And then he was involved in the second goal soon after, which ended up with Thomas Partey. It was Trossard's run, who got in on the back of the fullback, whipped the ball across. Saka recycled it, laid it to Thomas Partey, and Emi Martinez, you think, probably should have saved that. It was a decent enough shot from Thomas, sort of bent it round the defender. But yeah, I think Emi Martinez will certainly be watching it a little bit later on and thinking he should have saved it. It should have been 3-0 soon after. Martin Odegaard, who in each of the last 3 games at Villa Park has missed absolute sitters one way or the other, basically open goals. I remember in the 4-2 when Jorginho scored that goal, he'd done it at 2 when it was still at 2-2. Just before that, he'd missed an absolute sitter. He did one last season in the second half, I think, of the 1-0 defeat as well, and he did it again today. Brilliant from Trossard again. And but yeah, he blazed it over, but not too costly a miss, thankfully enough. Arsenal going on, winning that game 2-0, and you can't really fault this start to the season, can you? 2 games out of the way, 2 wins under their belts, 2 goals scored in either game, no goals yet conceded. It's been a really positive start. This was a big, big game for Arsenal, especially when you think they've got the trips to Tottenham and Man City to come next when it comes to the away games, to go to Villa Park, to get that win, to, you know, ride their luck at times as well. I think that they'll take an awful lot from that. And you could see, I thought it was a pretty poor performance for the second half up until the goal. But after the goal, I thought Arsenal were fantastic. Really, really good. They were really professional. They saw the game out. Defensively, they were excellent. William Saliba making one brilliant block when I can't remember, one of the Villa players got away. It might have been Jacob Ramsey, and he got the block and he saw the celebration. You know, that's what it meant to him. And we've seen that from Arsenal before, just how much they value those clean sheets and want to keep those clean sheets. So yeah, really good day for Arsenal. The celebrations, obviously, at full time, we all saw that. I've come straight up and recorded this video, so I haven't heard yet what Mikel Arteta's had to say. I'll speak about that in tomorrow's show. But yeah, immediate reactions, just a really big win for Arsenal. We can all sit back now and enjoy our Saturday evenings. Right, player ratings time. Okay, I have brought up my player ratings here for you to have a look at and no doubt disagree with, because everyone always disagrees with my player ratings. But here is what I'm saying. Look, David Raya, I could have given him a 10. I easily could have given him a 10 because he did nothing wrong. And he made that one absolute worldy save that proved to be a match-winning save, no doubt about it. But I've given him a 9. I don't think I've ever given a 10. I'm trying to think if I've ever given a player 10 before. I'm not sure. But I couldn't quite bring myself to give David Raya a 10 in this game, but I'd given him a 9. He's my man of the match. Look, Leandro Trossard was obviously the match winner in a way as well, because he came off the bench, was involved in both goals, scored the first one. But had Raya not made that save, then, you know, I think Arsenal lose the game. So he's my real match winner in this game. So, and I'm giving him man of the match. I'm giving him a 9. I thought the defence was good. Saliba was the standout. I thought Saliba was absolutely excellent. He's so good. I mean, there's no other way to describe William Saliba other than he's just so good. The calmness, I mean, he just makes forwards look so ordinary, and he made Ollie Watkins look so ordinary at times today. The way he just brushes him, it's like Van Dijk. You know, when Van Dijk was at his best and he had that aura against forwards where you just like, I can't even be bothered to try getting the ball past you. And that's what we're living in at the moment when it comes to William Saliba. I thought he was excellent. So I gave him an 8. I gave the other 3 a 7. I thought it was good to see Jurrien Timber. I thought Zinchenko might get the nod, but he gave it to Timber, and I thought Timber did pretty well. Moved in at times to be that sort of inverted left back, then at times just played as a sort of natural left-sided option for Arsenal. And it was good to see him get those 70 minutes or whatever it was under his belt. He'll do the world of good for him as well. And I thought it was a solid first start of the season for Timber. So I gave him a 7. I really enjoyed the Thomas Partey versus it's Morgan Rogers, isn't it? Or Marvin Rogers? It's Morgan Rogers battle. I thought Rogers was fantastic for Aston Villa. Well, what an engine he's got. He just looks like a really impressive young footballer. He does. And he gave Partey a bit of a torrid time at times in that game. When he got away from him, there was no getting back for Thomas Partey. Rogers just ran away from him. But I did think Partey gave as good as he got. And when he was on the ball, Thomas Partey, and moving it on in possession, I don't think there was anyone better today than him in that role. So I thought he struggled at times defensively, because Rodgers was so good, but I also thought he did a lot of good things, Thomas Partey, and he obviously got the crucial second goal as well. So I enjoyed that battle. I thought it was a really good battle to watch. So Thomas Partey gets a 7 for me. Odegaard, I gave a 7. Should have scored, no doubt about that, but I thought he played well. One lovely bit of play that set up a chance for Bukayo Saka that he didn't take in the second half. Declan Rice, I thought, struggled a little bit. Didn't think he had the best of games. Declan Rice gave him a 6. The forwards, Bukayo Saka, as I said, as that game wore on, especially in the second half when Arsenal took control, I thought Saka was absolutely key in that. He was key in both goals. I don't know if he gets the assist for the first. I don't think he does, because it took a sort of ricochet into the path of Trossard, so he might not get the assist for that. He gets the assist for Thomas Partey though, and yeah, I thought it was a really solid, excellent display as always from Bukayo Saka, who got kicked around left, right, and centre. Havertz, not the best of games for Havertz, one of his worst in a while, I thought. I mean, he led the line as well as he could. He didn't stop running, even right at the end. He was still running the channels. He set up one chance for, sort of half chance for Odegaard in injury time, which Odegaard didn't end up shooting from. But it was a good run down the channels from Havertz, just showing his work engine, but not as effective as he could have been in the final third. Perhaps I gave him a 5. Martinelli, I gave a 4. Just, yeah, it wasn't a great game for Martinelli. I thought he could have done a lot more. He could have attacked more. He got some space in that first half. He didn't really do much with it. And obviously when he went off, it was Trossard who came on and completely changed the game. So I gave Martinelli a 4. The 3 subs who came on, look, Trossard, again, I could probably have given Trossard a 10 because he just absolutely won that game for Arsenal when he came off the bench the way he did. Was involved in the second goal, scored the first with his first touch, and could have set up another for Odegaard after that. So, but I'm going to give Trossard a 9, same as David Raya. Reece Nelson, Calafiori came on as well. I actually thought Calafiori, in his very short cameo, looked pretty decent. He was all over the pitch as well. He was popping up on the right-hand side, obviously over on the left as well, where he was naturally supposed to be playing. So I thought it was a good performance from him. And Reece Nelson came on as well, I think, for Bukayo Saka. No Gabriel Jesus, of course. We'll talk about that in tomorrow's show. He was out with that groin injury. All right, that's it from me today, everyone, or tonight, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic Saturday evening. You should. Arsenal have won. It's been a fantastic away win. Sit back, enjoy a beer, enjoy a wine, whatever it is you're going to do tonight. And yeah, get ready for match of the day, because it's going to be a fun one to watch. I'll be back tomorrow in the morning to do a much more in-depth reaction show. As I said at the start, you want to get involved, get into the comments, give me your thoughts on what you've seen. I'll pull some of them together and get them included in the show. Until then, everyone, have a fantastic night. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.